サタンしろ
Hello everyone, welcome back to Mass Effect 3. When last we left you, we received a mission from the Asari Counselor telling us that the Asari homeworld of Thessia is currently under Reaper assault. And they have
Our
reason...
settlement is under attack. We need your help.
Yes, they have reason to believe that information on the catalyst, the thing that we are missing to use the Crucible, the Prothean superweapon that we believe has the power to destroy the Reapers, that was never finished in their time. We need that. We need a catalyst to use the Crucible, and there's reason to believe that said catalyst, or information regarding said catalyst, can be found on Thessia, because they're the oldest species, and they have, like, the Library of Alexandria.
Makes sense.
Alright, so we're gonna head over to Thessia now.
Come on.
Okay,
All
let's
the
see.
way over. Yo, where's Clint at? Trying to log into the stream so I can mod the chat.
Mod the chat. Mod the chat.
Mod the chat.
Reaper attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
Then get to the shuttle and let's do this.
We do.
Liara is required for this mission. It's okay, she's part of our typical Reaper,
It'll work.
anti-Reaper squad.
We call them the sowers. Do you get it?
Yes, we get it. Not as clever as you think it is, God. Alright, why did my weapons reset? That's weird, I don't like that.
It was laundry day. They had to wash the armor.
All their shit's fine.
Now I kind of wonder, how do you wash, like, body armor? Like, I guess with modern military stuff, it's all plates inside cloth, like it's held in.
Yeah.
Like plate vests. So
Probably the
that's
same way
fairly
you
easy.
clean a ceramic, using a low-grade acid.
Just dip it in.
Yeah.
I can see one person in the corner with a large barrel and like an old-timey churn stick, and this the entire platoon's fucking got arms in there, and they just go jumba bum bum jumba bum.
Jumba.
I like how the SMG there for a second had like a little like chimney going out the back. And this one has like, I don't know, a unicorn horn now.
Yeah. Those be your power amplifiers. What we got here for, not much in the way of attachments here. But we'll throw an Omni Blade on, because maybe it will be useful for something.
Always a fun time. Sometimes you're just happen to be in melee range for whatever reason, no powers, no particular reason. And you need to melee a guy at close range.
Yeah. Of course, that never really comes up when we play. But, if you ever did find yourself in that scenario, it might be useful to have on hand.
I am the javelin.
Damage and radius. Then spec in the slam. Detonate. More first. 2,000 newtons. That is a lot.
Big, strong psychic force.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old. And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
They're
What if we're
opening
too
a
late?
Jamba Juice.
My people are dying down there.
Your empathy is a weakness. You must numb yourself to
Oh my
loss.
god, Javik.
Oh my god, yeah. Just fucking shut up, Javik.
Benezia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place,
And a lot
some
of
dating
grody
back
pictures.
centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I've studied your old mission reports. Your mother was indoctrinated.
Yes, we had to kill her.
Yeah.
Yet
It
it
was-
did
that
not
was a
stop
fun
you from
fight.
fighting. As I said, steel yourself. Many more lives will be lost.
Yeah, he's
I
got a
know
point.
it's difficult, Liara, but he's right. You could spend all day counting casualties.
When you should be avenging them.
I'm sorry. I can't be that callous.
Neither can my feet. Because
War
I
doesn't
use
always provide
pumice
choice.
stone. You need a pumice stone for your soul. Treat yourself.
Down we go.
And there's the helmet.
There's no time to mourn. We're exposed up here.
Well, I have that turned off on purpose. I just imagine it's like an Iron Man helmet where it'll just
Yeah.
transform her on.
Perimeter reports they've been breached.
Just take it down.
Where are the reinforcements?
And just the helmet pops out.
Commander, we heard
Oh!
the barrier's been breached. Commander, we'll talk later. Get on that gun up there and do some damage.
Pay no attention to the roadblock. Sorry.
Don't worry, we'll hold them back.
There you go. Mounted gun.
The other
Get
one.
over there. Put it to use.
All right.
Enemy targets on the bridge.
Da 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 da.
Classic killing action.
Hold them back.
While Kurt is taking this out, I will share again the story I shared with them before this. So I went to the corner store and I bought a can of Gamer Fuel. 'Cause I hadn't had one in a while. I was like, nostalgic, maybe? No, I was like, why not try it again? And I've come to the conclusion that between the 90 calorie count per can and this silly top here, is that Gamer Fuel is the human equivalent of those diet bowls.
I want that gunship prepped and in
You
the
give
air.
your fat pets so that they don't
Lock
eat
that
the
hole!
entire portion at once.
We're on it.
And this is
Someone get me a location on our
can't you
snipers.
literally can't
Yes,
chug
ma'am.
this. This is
Commander,
meant to
I'm
be
Lieutenant
sipped
Sharon.
and
We've been told to
slowly
respect you.
enjoyed.
My orders are to
And-
hold this grid at all costs.
Watch me slowly enjoy this Mountain Dew. It is not something that I usually, not an activity that
But
I
our perimeter's collapsing,
I
and I'm
favor.
getting my
I ever
people out.
use in
This is important.
ideal
We
circumstances.
need your help.
Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble.
We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important.
That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact.
Whoops.
Get that gunship moving now!
Oh, I'm sorry. I was checking my gram.
I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No! I sense you're the lineage of a leader. A warrior's skill and cunning. They are strong in your genes. But you've grown tired of war. You're exhausted by defeat, and now you worry you don't have the courage left to go on.
By the goddess, are you...
Find your resolve. This war can end if you do.
Come on, Octopus. Do you want to
We're
live
building a
forever?
Prothean super weapon. It'll win this war.
Which
I
is
believe
just
it.
such a classic line.
This is Lieutenant
It
Curie.
just
Hold your
embodies
positions.
everything the movie
I want a
was
path carved to the
about.
temple. Outpost Tychus, we've got
Here.
people coming your way.
I have nothing left. Let's just...
Let's make
Just
sure
all
the
die.
galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia. Make it count.
I was here years ago. To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt.
Tickus,
Just worry about the next 20 meters.
Tickets.
Watch it.
Instagramacus.
This has to end.
Twitter and Netflix. I summon thee.
Remember that, because here they come. Then move! Get off the bridge!
That was very efficient.
Very nice. Yeah, these,
On that building.
that is a real advantage of this build. It's sort of like a, what is it? A stat check, or like a saving throw or whatever, where you can just bypass a whole section if you have the power. And there's a lot of these, like, get to the end of the hallway type things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an FTL. They had the blue options,
Blue.
where if you had like a rock crew member, and like, oh, there's a fire on the civilian ship.
Oh, yeah,
Your
yeah.
giant golem dude is like, okay, no problem. Sure.
Stamp that out, yeah.
And you solve the problem without any hassle.
Yeah, this may have been a mistake.
Cannibal Buress. Cannibal Buress, that's the one.
Oh, that's Javik, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, a lot of marauders here. Yakarino. Oh, you said there's a oh yes, there is a banshee.
Oh, I heard a bad time.
Okay. Where to go? Where to go? Hi, friend. I want a flare.
It's spicy. For your convenience.
Keep up the pressure!
Don't go. Alright.
Alright,
That wasn't too bad.
let's get moving before more of them come back.
Flare is very strong, as it turns out.
Did I make the Mega Flare joke already?
I still can't
I can't remember.
My
Okay.
own people.
Well, there should be an upgrade for Flare called Mega Flare, where you hit the radio and Bahamut comes out of the sky
They assumed we would hesitate
and
to
orbital
kill them.
bombards the planet.
Did you?
What answer would you prefer?
None.
Haha.
Let's stop talking about this.
Final non-fiction, or final fiction. 1 at 1 plus 6.
First time, my people have stopped believing in devils. They change their minds when the Reapers arrive. I head to the left. Snipers on the balcony.
There are
Like, left us. They just walked out of that. That's what actually happened to the Protheans. He fell asleep during the middle of the war, and he missed the part where they figured it out. Some guy just held up a giant sign to the Reapers, like, "No, it's good. We'll just go. Don't worry about it." Reaper's like, "Thank you very much. Goodbye."
How long could you hold out?
And we get the Widow here. That's a nice sniper rifle.
Yeah.
If we had need for such a thing.
If I needed it.
Don't go simple and clean, so clean.
Imagine just destroying one of these world-ending zombies with a single punch. Just such a pretty.
Don't go. Alrighty. Throw your grenade there, and I would like a warp on this guy.
Taking care of business and working overtime. Work out.
Alright, these barrier engines are starting to piss me off. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
I am targeted by the cannibal, so I probably should not Nova.
Yep.
I'm going to zip over here then.
Now we can.
Yeah. You don't hear me say.
Let's get out of here. Toward the Reaper. It's a way out of here.
You have an interesting concept of escape.
No choice.
What about bad choices?
What about bad business?
Bad booty business. I made a bad choice today.
Buying your Mountain Dew hamster bottle?
Yes, that's one. Maybe if I save enough of the tops, like if they come off, I can save them like box tops, send them in, get a fucking frisbee or whatever. No, and neither was getting the toilet nuke, otherwise known as Five Guys, Cinco Hermanos.
Nightmare never ends.
No, it was at lunch today. I got
Get to this artifact
beer,
and we can
and
all wake up.
I don't know what it is. I kind of do know what it is, but I'm desperately denying that fact with my own biology. But beer is consistently the one alcoholic beverage that just gives me a bad time.
We're trying to reach Outpost
It's
Tychus.
a rough time.
Well, I mean, if it is a gluten thing, then you probably have similar issue when you eat your Cinco Muchachos and Burguesa.
What about reinforcements?
Maybe. So maybe it is something else. I don't know. They're like wheat proteins, but with alcohol? Nah, that's a step too far, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take it back. I don't know. Maybe it's something mysterious, but I had one glass at lunch. I fell asleep for 2 hours.
Is there anybody
woke
left
up,
on this frequency? We are in need of immediate air support.
The general
Commander Shepard is
atmosphere.
here.
My bedroom was drool. Just drool everywhere.
Very humid.
Yes. Not alien goo spewing forth from my maw. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Basically, I had a bad nap, and after I had a sour beer. It was Loganberry. It was a Loganberry sour, which you can't resist.
Go,
if you're
Commander.
just in New York.
We'll cover you from here.
Like I could probably, we could get Jake on the stream if I offered him a Loganberry flavored beer. He would actually come on. He'd be like, "My buffalo genes are calling out."
It's like I heard thousands of Buffalonians crying out at once.
That makes me think of like. So now I'm thinking of like regional heats, and I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where it's like the best sandwich in each state, or the top food chain, whatever, in each state.
Yeah.
So they go over each state, and one of them I saw was like, it was like the best fast food chain, or something like best chain restaurant. And there were a couple national ones, but they didn't want to do any repeats or anything like that. So when they got to Utah, it was like Crown Burger or something, and everyone in the comments was like, "There's like one Crown Burger in Utah. How is that a franchise?" But what I didn't see was anyone saying, like, suggesting a better offer.
Yeah.
Which tells me that there's just no
burgers in
commercial
Utah.
franchise in Utah. There's plenty of Jell-O. I've heard that. Jell-O is a staple food, but apparently not restaurants.
Next time we go to war.
I don't know what they. Oh, they listed Shake Shack for New York.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. Which I never think of Shake Shack as like a New York thing, even though it totally is. It's absolutely 100% New York City. I think I confused Shake Shack with like Whataburger.
Or Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake, yep. That's a Pennsylvania thing, right?
They're national, but they may have originated in Pennsylvania.
Right. Maybe I'm thinking of like Quaker Steak. Quaker Steak and Lube.
That's in Buffalo, I think.
Okay.
That's where like the buffalo wing originates, as legend says.
Great. Quaker Steak. Yeah, I'm looking for the ones. Let's see where they are. Quaker Steak and Lube. Which, what a name.
Yeah.
It's so good. It starts out good. Quaker, like the oats. Good. Steak, like the oats.
Who doesn't love steak? And then
Lube.
lube. I mean, if you're gonna fuck someone, you should have lube on hand. That's just common courtesy.
Yeah. Okay, so there are three Quaker Steak and Lube. There are three Pennsylvania locations. That looks to be it. Bloomsburg, State College, and Ben Salem. Which I don't know if that's related to. Well, no, never mind. I was like, what about Salem? But Salem isn't in Pennsylvania.
No, it is not. Oh my fucking! I just spawned.
I saw that.
Is that gonna be a loop?
Do we have to go the other way on this?
Did the game just like brick itself?
Okay. What a great save point, game.
I appreciate how fair it is. Alright, it's time to go dial up some long-range offense here.
Yep.
Not typically how we operate, but we have the capability.
Our wing go into all range mode. What I don't know is why we just don't get on one of the harvester's backs and stand fully upright as it twists and turns around, because apparently our boots have the grip of fucking crazy glue. Like, seriously, that dude, he was just standing on it. It had to like fucking shake him before he's like, oh right, I forget that inertia exists.
Get up on the Hydra's back.
Boy. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the sequels do with it. Because I heard that they just don't have any awareness of what was going on. So
yeah.
What happens when you play Starship Troopers straight? Is it like RoboCop 3?
So much sacrifice. We have to make it worth something.
Like,
Alright.
What?
I guess they just flew away. But we got one. We made it
Hooray.
explode. That's... I'll hang my hat on that.
My shepherd hat.
It's my favorite hat in the Citadel.
I feel like Shepard needs one of those like
Looks like we're in the
Japanese
clear.
personality
Let's get inside.
sheets.
It
You know the
appears
ones from the
temple
anime where
military-
it's like, here's this
Let me
character,
take a
here's
look.
their blood type, here's what they like to eat,
Yeah.
and here's what they don't like.
I've seen a few of those in different issues of Shonen Jump between pages.
Among Asaris.
No, this is unusual.
I mean, because in Japan, like, I kind of get the blood type thing. It's weird, but I get it because it's basically their version of like the zodiac sign,
Right,
where it's supposed to inform your personality
Is anyone there?
right.
Something is
because
wrong.
of some
Your scientists
some
should be here.
quackery in the
Take a look around.
70s.
Maybe one of these artifacts.
Some
is
doctor
what
was
we're
like,
looking for.
blood type, personality.
Different colored humor.
Set-
What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it.
You mean the Protheans? But that would imply a theme.
Is not what you believe her to be.
Just keep looking.
She was actually my girlfriend. We had a falling
Could this
out.
be the
She took
artifact?
the trailer park.
I don't think
Trailer
so.
park on the
It's
divorce.
the goddess Athame's sword. Myths say she wielded it against the jealous gods who threatened our ancestors.
They were a race called the Ouroboros. Thessia had vast resources. We protected you from them.
Are you actually suggesting that the Protheans intervened in our past?
It's more than a suggestion.
We didn't have the fucking
Strange
Prime
scientists
Directive,
would
I'll tell you
abandon their
that.
own planet.
They wouldn't.
Liara
Oh,
hates the
thanks, Star
Protheans
Trek.
now.
How about this?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. Doesn't look promising. It describes how Athame taught our ancestors mathematics.
Before that, you could only count as high as your toes. We took pity.
What about this one?
Another page from the Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Your species was deemed to have potential. A pity you didn't live up to it. For something as important as this artifact, there should have been
Jesus.
fail-safes.
Another page from the Codex.
Fucking shade
Not
throwing,
very
Jesus.
useful.
What
It
a
talks about
fucking
Athame's guide
douchebag.
granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshipping her.
That gift involved years of genetic research.
This is almost too much to take.
Could this
Ancient
be the
alien.
artifact?
Humans are
I don't think so.
just get one
That's
crazy dude
sculpture
from the
Lucen,
Geography Channel
one
and
of
he'll
Athame's servants
help
who
you
walked
out.
among my
He'll make you feel
ancestors
better.
bestowing knowledge.
And you don't see the resemblance? He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
checks out. Javik's just like that one asshole kind of atheist who's like,
Doesn't look useful.
Actually.
That's Janiri, Athame's god.
yeah, there's
Thessia long ago.
there's no Jerusalem.
No servant of an
The
imaginary
wise men would have
goddess.
taken 5 years to get there or whatever.
There's the meme
What do you
going
know
around
about this?
recently.
A fragment from the Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
We didn't want you to starve.
There's a meme going around. It's people finally they've kind of caught on to
Guessing
the fucking
these are the scientists.
biblically accurate angels. You know the ones that how they describe them in the Bible, in the Bible,
Yeah.
and how they're kind of weird and shit. So people are like, this is meme worthy. Put up little 5-second TikToks of this shit.
What are we looking at here?
A primitive
They-
rendition of the
They
goddess
look like
Athame.
real
She's speaking
weird ass
to her
fucking
ancient
aliens. They
Asari
also look like
followers.
DMT
I don't
dreams,
think
but
this is the artifact.
Another
You know.
one of your myths that somehow looks Prothean.
What you're implying, it's staggering.
We were here in the beginning, watching you grow. Athame was us.
I think the pyramids is the stupidest argument for ancient aliens, I would say.
It's the goddess
'Cause,
Athame again.
Because
They're
it's
like,
just,
You
you
can
know,
still believe
the ideal structural shape.
Right, and that too. That's the easier one. The other one is like people couldn't make something like that in ancient times, and I think part of that's informed by how we think about buildings in the modern day, where when you make a building, it takes 5 years, maybe 10, if it's really complex, and construction's really slow. But like it wasn't even just that it took like decades in the past. It took like generations. It took a lifetime. That's a lot of time. You can build something really big if you have 60 years to build it.
Yeah.
And you work and you use every day of those 60 years. So I totally believe
Their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been
They have
slit.
their
The
throats.
Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's a theme. Her image became more like ours over time.
You mean your ancestors tried to hide the truth?
I'm still not willing to believe any of
They
that's
whitewashed.
real.
Then why
the
does
telephone
Thane
game?
speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple, I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved. Though a theme does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the
Stop!
world.
I'm having a
Looking
Prothean
down.
trip right now. I'm one with the cosmos.
You're one with the cosmos.
There is a universal energy.
There's a Prothean beacon here.
What?
It's
You're
in the
sure?
bathroom.
It's not something you
It's
forget.
in the men's bathroom, which is why no one has
Why
ever
hide
gone
it?
in there.
The answer is obvious. Power and influence. Your people
That's a
are
good
holding
one.
knowledge of my
The
race
most
of
powerful
Protheans.
Asari seal.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep
That one
this
took me a
secret.
second to process, but I like that.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
That doesn't make it true.
You can't keep denying reality, Asari. Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
You
Leaving
played
behind
God.
this information was a mistake. We never really earned it. We just decoded it.
No species has enough time to earn it. The Reapers always destroy them. Without our knowledge, you would have no hope of winning this war.
This is what happens
Well,
when
if it
you
is true,
try
the
to
Asaris
play
shared
God.
this. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know we don't have much time to find out.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
Or that glowy shit over there.
The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
The Beyblades have been activated.
Let them reap.
It must be the cipher you got back on Pharaohs.
The
years
Beyblades
ago.
were a Prothean
Or it could
invention
be the Protheans standing next to you.
designed to destroy the
No
Reapers.
connection here.
The end of the war is near. Find what we need, finish the Crucible, and let
Got it.
I'd say that one counts.
Oh, is it all the manuscripts?
It seems each connection provides more power to the beacon.
That isn't what we need.
Nope.
Doesn't look like a connection.
Click them all.
This
I
isn't
guess
the
we were
connection.
supposed to know what we thought about. We were supposed
I
to
can't
actually
believe this
learn.
whole temple is a
Well,
front.
no. Even if
The secret is out in the open.
I was paying attention to all the blurbs, but it doesn't really.
It's still not complete. There is nothing useful here.
Javik, be
This
less of a
confirms
dick.
The Asari owe your superiority to my people.
And you owe the Mass Effect relays to the Reapers. How did that turn out?
Oh,
Right.
kill him.
We'll need that.
Nice juke spin move there.
This doesn't appear to be a connection. We should keep searching.
There it is.
I really expected something bigger.
We can access the
It's like a chocolate Easter bunny.
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to...
How buddy?
last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
one of our computers.
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Hold on.
We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the crucible.
The catalyst, is that what you call it?
A memory.
Call it the Milky Way Madness
Iron Cold Vendetta,
Double
an advanced
Saturday
veteran
sale.
Patrick Van, overseer of the project you referred
Double
to as
Sunday.
Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
We're all Protheans.
It's one of my
so
favorite
we're in.
things about like the Budokai series of Dragon Ball Z. They had to like invent names for every move that the like one-off villains did in the show. So you got such classics as Double Sunday and Milky Cannon.
Milky. Oh god. The Crucible. Tell us about the
What
play.
happened to the crucible in your time? Why didn't the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within. A splinter group argued we should dominate the Reapers rather than destroy them.
That sounds familiar.
It fractured our order of battle. Later, we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
I always suspected as much.
And now we're facing the same problem.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond, the same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assume the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
It ain't over
We
yet.
haven't been annihilated yet. We're fighting the Reapers right now.
The fat lady has not sung.
But resistance is not enough. Conventional means will not defeat the Reapers.
We already
Yes.
know that.
That's
That's
why
we're
we're
building the
here.
crucible. We found your plans.
The Crucible is not of Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
They weren't
But the
me.
humans and their we
I know a thing or two about killing
will
Reapers.
complete this space.
Just tell us what the catalyst is.
Listen to the human. He can be trusted.
I detect you are one of us. You are Prothean.
The last. I am the final hope to avenge our people.
Your mission was known to me. Do you believe this present cycle can deliver retribution?
They have earned the right to try.
Tell us what we need to know.
Very well. If you have followed the plans for the Crucible, I will interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
Oh, okay. We'll just kill some dudes and they'll be fine. Buddy.
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
Your attention. Someone would like to talk with you.
You had my attention when you killed my good friend back on the Citadel.
Yeah, that's right.
Shepard,
I promised to kill you. I
How
keep
did
my
you find this
promises.
place?
the archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. Dasani. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them?
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life
That's
destroyed,
never
they
that's
could
never
do it.
followed by
There
anything
would be
coherent.
nothing left.
Yeah. Think about.
Think about. Because I haven't. I need someone to do it.
You're out of touch.
You've forgotten everything you stood for.
You're out of
Cerberus
time.
was supposed to be humanity's sword, not a dagger in our
I'm
back.
out of my head. You're not around.
But as usual, you missed the point. the world is more gray than you care to admit.
With the Prothean
Fucking
data
right.
in this beacon,
What
I
you
can
doing,
end
buddy?
this conflict, once and for all. You're either with me or against me. There's nothing gray about that.
No, I suppose there isn't. Leng, the commander has something I need. Please relieve him of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
Wow, you really downgraded from when you had me on your squad.
Jesus.
Fucking wanna be.
This really is Metal Gear 2. Metal Gear Solid 2. You couldn't get the legendary hero, so you got a fucking cyborg ninja instead.
When did well, Raiden didn't become a cyborg ninja until much later. But when did the Patriots come out?
Yeah. Is that the VI? Is that the Shepherd VI? It's just the Patriots.
Cover me while I recharge.
Commander, the gun.
Metal Gear Mass Effect. Except Reaper is only one syllable and Metal Gear is 3. So I can't do a Reapers. Protheans. Mass Relays. Mass Effect.
Mass relays.
Yeah, I would love to see Snake. It's just the same game except it's Snake.
I'm undercover, Jesus.
Not under enough. Only the sheet. You need the blanket as well. Oh.
I've been hit. Cover me while I recharge.
Commander, the gun.
Get to cover! I've got this. I need to recharge. Cover me.
The gunship's taking up position.
Oh my god, why does the A button not fucking grab cover?
Turns out your controller is swapped out for a 6-axis while you weren't looking. You have to tuck the controller under your ass.
You're slower than I imagined. I've been hit. Cover me while I
What was that about me being slow? I couldn't hear you over the sound of your ass getting kicked.
Couldn't hear you over the sonic boom coming out of my fucking blazing fast hips.
I've got this.
Do you know?
What?
I need to recharge. Cover me.
The gunship's taking up position.
You have a gunship, but your first move was fucking the guy? Come on now.
You've had it.
There we go. There we go.
It's a pity the good ones never last.
There's only one way this ends. Target the supports.
Gas. Is that like a lift grenade just sitting by his feet?
I don't know.
Darn you.
Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
No. You're gonna suck it into your thing? I hope it takes over his hand and he has to attacks him like Ash in the Evil Dead.
Can't
Climb
get
down.
rid of me that easy.
Come here. Finger strength.
Shepard! Hang on!
Tyler!
I'ma get you. Cerberus operative Kai Lang, you done fucked up now.
Shepard, give us your location.
Is anyone on this frequency?
We reach it. Give me your location.
The lieutenant's down. The zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple?
Time for me to go black dynamite on your ass.
Please, is anybody there?
I feel if we had the mod tools, if I was good at modding, we would make a lovely Saturn Studs version of this game.
Or you just mod all the different dialogues or right-clicks.
Did you know the salt content in the average snail higher than that of many third world countries? That doesn't make any sense. But I can put it out there. I just have that ability.
And there's a dumb enough percentage of people who believe it.
Commander Shepard, are you
Like,
there?
if we really tried to start the conspiracy
Commander.
theory that North Dakota does not exist and
Counselor.
is just part of Canada and it's a
mission.
Democrat scheme to get more
Contact with
electoral
Vesia
votes,
has been cut off.
there are enough
When
dumb
will
people in the
Crucible be
world
ready to
where that
use?
could gain traction.
Counselor,
Yes.
I wish the news was better.
Let's see what
We didn't get the
let's see what
information.
cities we actually have to cover up.
Why not?
Cerberus was there. We were.
Oh, Fargo. That
We
one's
were
easy.
defeated.
That's a TV show.
We don't know how to
It's
finish
fake.
the cruise.
Yeah, it was invented for the Coen Brothers movies. The Coen Brothers made them up.
West
I-
Fargo.
Don't know what to say.
Doesn't exist.
What was the situation on Thesia?
Deteriorating fast.
Bismarck.
The
Which,
Reapers are there
whenever
with
I look at
strength.
Bismarck, the only picture it has is of
Then
just
I
an
should be
empty ass lawn and one building.
Plans
That's just Bismarck's house.
put in motion. Continuity of civilization has to be considered. I
Devil's
never
Lake.
imagined
I
this day
mean,
would come.
Bible.
None of us did.
Not real.
Everyone knows the Bible isn't real.
I'm sorry.
So there are a
Asari
few.
forces are in full retreat.
three-
It is no longer safe for us to remain
Oh.
in this system.
Minot.
Get us out of here.
Minot.
Minot?
Shepard,
That's where the
Minot.
military base is.
Oh yeah. Talked about that.
Nobody could have
And
predicted
I think
Cerberus would reach Thesia before us.
Grand Forks.
It's
I
my
mean,
job. To
I can
be
make a
prepared,
I can buy a
no matter
Grand
what.
Fork off Amazon.
Does that make
Now
it a
that's
city
what's
and a
on.
state?
As is the
I don't
date
think
on the
so.
Catalyst.
Makes it a cutlery on my plate.
I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Well, there is
Speak up,
something.
trainer.
Let's hear it, trainer.
I was able to track Kai Leng's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate his
I was
destination.
doing an intergalactic roller
But
derby
the
tournament,
signal disappeared in the Yera system.
and a buddy told
Naturally.
me.
It's not just gone though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I was going on a
I'm not
maple
sure,
syrup trip of
but
the outer
something is
rim.
interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Yara system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
Yes. Oh,
You think it's worth checking out, trainer?
You really have to process
sir,
that
I do.
information.
If Specialist
Really
Trainer hadn't
thinking
examined
on
the data so astutely, the interference would have been...
He's had a long day. He's a little slow right now.
it's like those
If
Star
that's where
Trek
Kai Lang went,
intakes.
then that's where we're headed.
I was stationed on Horizon in the Lyra system, and you were the only Cerberus presence while I was there.
It's a slim lead. Let's hope it's the right one.
I don't care how slim the leads are at this point. We've come too far to let Cerberus stop us. I want that Prothean data. I want
it now.
No excuses.
I want those pictures of Catalyst. See? I don't have a cigar.
Just smacks the war table.
Parker, I want those Reapers. Ah.
Priority Horizon. I was right.
Yo. Yeah.
And then Cerberus base is part of the Earth run.
Commander,
So if a decent push, we can maybe finish the main story tonight and then do Citadel DLC tomorrow.
That would be nice.
We'll see how that goes.
Shepard, this wasn't your fault.
It's not about fault. I was supposed to stop them.
You
It's
will.
about 40
I
love.
don't know if I can do this.
Legion.
Earth, Paladin, Thessia. I'm risking everything to build the Crucible, and I'm not even sure what it does. Who am I to make that call?
You're the one who was right all along. You fought when no one else would, when nobody else believed you. You can do this. I know you can.
Oh.
Oh.
Accidentally unplugged my headphones there.
Oopsie poops.
Oopsie poopsie.
Running on the walls.
Dr. Tassoni has gone to speak with the Prothean.
He's gone on to the next world.
Well, that's gonna make this a little more difficult.
Just this bitch.
Cadence down here. Do. I forget where he is. I'm pretty sure he's in one of the cargo holds.
It's in the broom closet.
Commander, we were just talking to Liara. She's a strong one.
I'd say her world's just been completely rocked.
Completely. Adams and I were just
And for
remembering
those about to
Liara
rock.
and the terrible way her mother died.
Fuck.
Liara seemed so together afterward. Couldn't have been easy.
For weeks, she told me stories about her mother.
Yeah, me too. I have a feeling she'll be okay.
Yeah. Hope so.
Hope so. Ugh.
Those were all lies back there.
They were not.
My people weren't animals for your kind to experiment on.
You wanted to know more about your history, Asari. Now you do.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni, and
Hey, settle down.
my home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat.
Given what's happened today,
Apologize.
I think you owe Liara an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
For not doing
I
more.
will smack the shit
You're
outside your
Prothean.
fucking head.
You were supposed to have all the answers. How
I
could you
will
not stop this from
Put all
happening?
10 of my fingers
We
in
believe.
all 10 of your noses.
Long ago, we saw the potential.
I
in
will
your
punt in your head like the
Even then,
football
was
it fucking
obvious.
is.
The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, But as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it.
It's like the anti-spirals.
Liara T'Soni.
See, I used your name. Thank you, Shavik.
Thank you, Shavik. Very cool. I got it now.
Did you mean any of that?
She believes it, so she will keep fighting. Isn't that what matters most, Commander?
No, I'd have
Carry
preferred
on.
you been genuine.
Yeah.
I'll go
like
talk.
the
Thanks,
sound of it.
Shepard.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier,
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. How did this happen, Shepard? My entire civilization. The Asari's history.
Yeah, don't feel too good.
Protheans made it a lie all along. And I abandoned my people to hunt for the catalyst.
You'd never do that.
They're dying by the millions. I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
Good, it'll be that way.
You've been warning your people for 4 years, Liara. There's not a damn thing you should feel guilty about.
They're the assholes.
If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this. To start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
Helping the refugees. That's something I can do. It's something I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you. A Prothean. A living, breathing Prothean right below me.
He's not what I expected.
Me neither. He was a little cold when I tried to talk. I understand the shock of waking up again. His species gone. But a Prothean, Shepard. There's so much he could tell us.
Grr. We'll just have I don't know, some sort of... We'll have a mukbang.
Intact Reaper weapon. Damage bonus. Power damage. Power cooldown. Cool.
Look at all of that.
Every little bit helps.
Every little thing she does is magic.
Although I do think there's a soft cap on how much cooldown you can accrue.
That's just too bad.
Chess set. Wait, why were we playing virtual chess when I have a physical set?
It's half virtual, I guess. It's for correspondence. But, like, that's what correspondence chess is for. Is like, you have all the pieces and your opponent just has to simulate the moves.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm gonna fight the Reapers in my nice Saturday jeans.
Thanks for listening, Commander.
It was a good idea. And right now, it's the best lead we've got.
In any event, good luck.
Okay.
Alrighty, on to the next thingy.
Yeah, before we land, I'm gonna go grab some more boxed wine.
It's fair. It's all about the cheap stuff here on the Saturn stud. No expensive booze. Well, sometimes on my end when I never have everything I need to make like all the cocktails that like spring into my brain. I can make basic stuff, but I never making all those cool ones that people see online. Those are the ones I like to make. But like they all need like these crazy French ingredients that I only ever
Weak
use
today.
one. Huh?
So my nozzle game has been weak today.
What's the brand?
I don't remember if it's the Peter Vella or Francia, but those are the two major. Whichever one was less expensive.
I feel like I need to get a Red Cat goon bag.
Oh wait, this is Cerberus, so we want Edie and let's go Garrus, because Tally's kit is not great.
Personal recommendation: anyone in the New York area, if you want just the partiest party wine, the cheapest drink, get yourself a Red Cat gallon goon bag, and you will. It is the Bud Light of wine. And you will enjoy yourself. It is the Vito.
Alrighty. And max out pole. Sure. Let's have a sub 1 second recharge time.
Woo!
We'll be setting up our own biotic combos like no one's business.
So what do we know, Shepard?
Edie?
The sanctuary facility was devoted to aiding refugees from Reaper-controlled systems. The facility went offline recently, and no communications have come or gone since. It is unclear why Kai Lang or Cerberus would be interested in sanctuary.
No guessing.
We don't leave until we're one step closer to Cerberus.
Sir, I'm picking up a signal from the facility. It's weak. I'll try to boost it.
This is Oriana Lawson. Stay away from Sanctuary.
Miranda.
It's not what it seems. Please, you must listen to me. They're using...
I hope we did enough. I hope we did all the things we needed to do so that... Oh, that's Oriana.
If she's here, Miranda can't be far away.
That's our link to Cerberus.
Approaching the LZ. Seeing some damage, Commander, but no activity.
That's a lot of damage.
Cerberus does not get the jump on us this time. Stay sharp, people.
Pretty big mess, Shepard. Lots of combat. Yeah, everyone hear that?
Yes, radio's offline.
We got trouble.
That's the Cerberus shuttle. Oh, Cerberus and the Reapers. Glad I sold out for the tech squad.
I saw it.
It's okay, I got all the antibiotics we need right here. Call him.
Just hard carry.
Call him Warp or Charge Nova. Oh fuck. What the hell did so much damage? That's probably that Nemesis up there.
Watch for the sniper.
We really are a biotic machine gun now. Not cool.
Not cool, dude. It's real rude, dude.
I do like that the flare just homes in on him.
Yeah.
It's in his general direction. We'll get there.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
Control.
There it goes.
And Reapers were chasing them out. About time they started killing each other.
For your safety, communication devices are strictly forbidden.
Yeah, this is going to give you some Starship Trooper vibes here. The fucking propaganda blaring over the loudspeaker.
Yep.
Came from that tower. Then that's where we're headed.
If you're wondering why we're referencing a several decades old movie and you're new to here, we have a podcast that drops Saturdays at 3 Eastern called the Saturn Studs podcast, where we talk about a lot of things, but one of the key pillars of the show is movie reviews, and today we took a look at Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers and Bruce Willis phone-in movies and Nick Cage
And
things.
our attempt to solve the crunch crisis in the video game industry, all included in this 2-hour show. So, if you are a commuter, you can listen to worse things on your commute, like talk radio.
Alex Jones, for instance. I'll take a stand against the Frogman, the Brain Force Man.
What you're about to see here is an image of an overweight man way too comfortable with his body.
I don't know why, but the most memorable thing in recent episode history for me was our discussion of like our discovery of Pizza Pipeline and our intro discussion about toots or toots.
Toots?
Yeah. It's just some like restaurant.
Oh,
in the
right,
South.
okay.
We had like a talk about it. I don't even know what episode that was from. It's just burned into my brain like a fucking sleeper agent cipher. Someone will show me the Toots menu and I'll just go in like kill mode.
This must be another landing area.
Those ships we saw outside must have been waiting to get in. But where are all the people they brought? Got some bodies, Shepard. Casualties, both sides.
They're there.
Oh, hi, friends. Oh, that was flare. Oops.
Yeah, we're
You know what I wanted.
Considered.
Not exactly how I drew it up, but it'll do.
Just disintegrate them.
But you know what? I think I want to map pull to left bumper because I feel I'm going to use it more than flare. Or when I want to use flare, I'll also want to assess the tactics of the situation versus pull, where I'd rather just fire it off and then charge.
When there's literally no cost. When the animation for the power is longer than the cooldown.
Yeah.
This is a Cerberus facility run by my father, Henry Lawson. Turn back now. There is no help to be found here. All communication is being blocked from the central tower. Sanctuary is a lie. Stay away.
The cake is a lie. So green es muchachos.
Cerberus, Reapers, and Miranda's crazy father. Any ideas how this all fits?
Activate the water pump.
A security panel. Shutting it down.
A sideways keyboard.
What's going on? That's Cerberus tech, all right, but there's something different about it.
Modifications?
A lot of modifications.
We have a back door into the facility. Let's move.
Don't look the gift horse in the mouth.
Oh no, is this a sewer level?
No.
They just had to put that in there. We're going through the waterworks.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Of course, this game can't be as creative as movies like Max Cloud.
No, I mean, where on the Citadel would you buy your Nerf battle axe?
Look around for a switch.
God,
Those are the refugees, right?
There's got to be a time where we can watch that movie.
They're just rounding them up and killing them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Worse. They're being turned into husks.
No shit. Why would you kill if you're working with Reapers? Why would you just straight kill any like civilian? They're not a threat when you can just turn them.
Well, that certainly is husks.
Scatter like fucking cockroaches. Get the exterminator in here.
I am the exterminator.
The exterminator. Does anyone have one of those salt guns? Those little pressurized salt shooters? That's the best way.
I want one of those so bad. I know all it would succeed in doing is getting salt that I don't want my rabbit to lick up all over the floor. But it seems like it'd be fun.
Not surprised.
It's so weird to me that rabbits, like, from everything I've seen, from all the evidence I've observed, rabbits have the constitution of like a china teapot.
Gotta be more where they came from.
That's some strong, like, quantity bias, like, that they just reproduce that much, that they don't have to, you don't have to put any points into HP.
Well, like, it's not, like, guaranteed that they're gonna get sick, but it's... They can, and... Rabbits are considered exotic animals for some reason, and that makes vet care very expensive.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, rabbit health is like a 95% of hit rate move in Pokemon.
Yeah.
It happens more often than you would think.
Yeah.
And more
It's
often
no, it's like the salt the wounds thing in Krieg. It's only a 12% chance to hit yourself. But after you hit yourself for the 4th time in a row, you start questioning whether that math is done correctly in the game. I mean, that's like the #1 way I ever died in that playthrough.
It's true, because you fucking tore ass through that whole campaign. Like, my god. I will just watch the flare nova go off halfway across the map. Like, there he goes. We'll meet you on the other side of the long corpse walk there.
Leroy Jenkins.
I've got to phase shift this to go down, but I'll let you take care of it.
Yes, can I get some support, please? There we go. Tech combo detonated. Oh, swarmers. No thank you, not today. Okay, her power didn't come off cooldown, but it's okay, we got charge.
It's always going to come in clutch.
Oh, there's a Banshee in there.
Just hanging.
Just Lumen.
Grayson provided a key element to our work here. Using the addictive drug red sand to break down the will was inspired, but proved unreliable for general application. We've proven that adrenaline
Is that the real trick? Just glass?
is most effective and efficient.
Just put some glass in front of the Reapers. They can't tell the difference.
They're not the most evolved. One miss. That's still pretty close to 1 second, despite our near 200% cooldown bonus.
Yeah.
Using the addictive drug red sand to break down the will was inspired, but proved unreliable for general application.
I don't know.
We've proven that adrenaline and its cross-species equivalents
Behind the scenes.
most effective and
Terminal's damaged. Hang on.
Reapers
Hang
wanted
on,
this
main
place shut
train.
down. Maybe we'll find out why.
It doesn't make sense. Thought Cerberus and the Reapers were getting along. What changed?
It's working, Shepard.
Heading to the tower to disable the communications scrambler. I have to get word out. Some refugees are turned into husks. Some are indoctrinated and shipped to the elusive man. Whoever's left is used in experiments. The data indicates that my father is trying to figure out how Reaper indoctrination works.
Tricking refugees with food and shelter only to turn them into test subjects. And for what?
Classic war crime.
Draw them in and throw them
Put
in
that
a
in the Hall of Fame right
I
there.
suggest tracking the
Yeah.
shipment she mentioned. They could lead to the elusive man.
Good catch.
Goombas
Come
are
on.
basically civilians,
Said she
and
was
if
headed
they're
to the tower.
civilians, that means Mario has committed war crimes.
More VDG content. Crave it. Like crave cereal.
Oh god,
It's
Christ.
just Eclairs.
It's
but
fucking
a cereal.
candy.
I think the correct packaging size that they sell at the store is the 1 serving cup. You shouldn't buy Crave assuming that you're gonna eat it in more than 1 consecutive day.
That would be very hazardous to your health.
I'm gonna have Crave today and tomorrow? Are you sure about that?
That doesn't seem right.
Can't I? You need to at least alternate it with Cookie Crunch and or Quisp. But you know what cereal I haven't had in a while? Is fucking Honey Smacks. Not Honey Smacks, the Honeycombs.
Oh yeah. Used to love honeycomb.
It was good. I don't know why it changed. Like I know they got rid of that fucking mascot, the little gremlin.
Oh yeah.
Gremlin boy.
Look at the Casa Locust.
Yeah.
I'm not really carrying submachine guns, but that's cool.
I don't know what it was in like the late 90s, early 2000s, but there was like a theme in advertising of like human possession.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
there was
for sure.
I don't know why. Or just possession in general, because like there was the Chef Boyardee commercials where the can is like it comes to life. It fucking follows the family out of the store.
Oh yeah.
Follow
yeah,
us home. Ah!
No, I don't remember
then there
buying
was-
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah. And then there was the Fruit Gushers commercial, where the fruit possessed the kids and turned their heads into giant fruits, and that fucked with me on an emotional level.
That's basically the plot of Halloween 3, isn't it?
I think so. Just Gushers already will sell themselves. Here's the bonus of our product. 1, the thickest fucking wrapper imaginable. Like that thing is used as shielding on the lunar lander.
Ellie, don't
pretty
thump
sure.
at me.
2, the Gusher candy. It's the sweetest shit imaginable.
My fucking rabbit just like kept coming up, looking at me, and then thumped and ran away because I didn't come to pet her.
She's playing mind games. Kurt, you gotta stand strong. Don't play those mind games with her. You ask her for clear and consistent communication.
That's pretty clear. She wants attention. She's not getting it.
And 3, what I like to call the Gusher aggregate principle, which is the statistical tendency for
Fuck could
Gushers
that
to come out
be?
as one mega Gusher, which you are of course obligated under international law to eat as one bite.
Yes,
And
that is true.
you must pay with teeth. Your teeth will either succeed over the aggregate or fail and join the collective, leaving the safety of your mouth. The group will then leave the mouth and continue roving, gaining in military strength until it is defeated by the Dental Alliance. That's what the DA is in about 5 states. It's not the district attorney, it's the Dental Alliance. The highest rates of childhood obesity, they come out in force. Britt Baker is the public relations wing of the Dental Alliance.
I didn't even know that people saw DMDs. Like, why would you be a DMD instead of I would never see a DMD over a DDS.
Yeah, I guess I don't know the difference.
One is a doctor of dental surgery, and the other is not qualified to perform surgery.
Oh, I see. Well, I know at least in my area, like the DDS is rare enough where they don't have a residence. They do a circuit of the state like every month, and so every day you can go to. They can walk into any town and just have a full day of small surgeries to do, and they can just pick up that cash. It's like you're a protagonist in RPG, and there's side quests all over the map.
Is possible, yes. The Reaper subjects we converted are responding, but it's difficult to maintain.
I thought that might be the case. Not to worry, Henry. With Sanctuary's help, we'll get it sorted.
Controlling Reaper forces. Is that possible?
I don't know. I'll play the rest of it.
It's almost like you said subjugate the Reapers when we were on Thestia.
Control signal. As long as the Reaper troops remain in close proximity to our signal, we can maintain control indefinitely.
Excellent news. And how could we extrapolate this technique to apply to the Reapers themselves?
That's a much bigger challenge.
Now we know why the Reapers attacked Sanctuary.
They ascertained what the Cerberus plan was. Unfortunate news for the elusive man.
But it's good news for us. We finally have our link to
Terry the
Cerberus.
Tactical Unicorn
Lowering the access
has been listening about dentists for too long.
Hold on,
Welcome to the stream. You hear useless bits of information you can take home to either dominate your next game of Fibbage or
she's ready.
That's right.
bore your friends with.
See, it's important when you are a tactical unicorn. It is important because the horn is a tooth.
Horn of the Unicorn, granting yourself 700 attack, and bringing yourself back.
Or if you're in Magic, you have Feast of the Unicorn, which is a really bad enchantment. It's for 3 and a black. It's an aura with enchanted creature gets.
I'm actually playing, so that's that.
I'm using my feet to play. Actually, Kurt's lying. I'm playing it on a Wii steering wheel with my feet. You can't see it.
The bongo drums from Donkey Konga. My controller's not even plugged in. Alright, well that's perhaps a tactical error on my part. Yeah, we'll just chain in. That's what makes this so great. Mass Effect was never on the Wii.
I would like to waggle the remote and do like a biotic power though. That would be
Although I believe they released the Mass Effect trilogy on Wii U, which you could use Wii peripherals on. So loophole.
Oh, you could actually. I want to do it with the zapper. With the. Oh, you remember the fucking Wii crossbow for Link's crossbow training and no other games?
Vaguely, yes.
That's always the risk with the thrill. Like, they make the one app for it, and they're like, it'll catch on.
Well, all those great fucking PlayStation Move titles, you know? Yeah. The long storied history of the Kinect.
Although I've heard the PlayStation Move did have some, like, since it was all contained in the controller, you have some cool thing. I remember there was something called Beethoven Tag, which I remember seeing at some cons. It was like kind of a homebrew kind of app that it just sort of used the motion control as a. It wasn't a game that you played on the screen on the PlayStation. It just used the controllers as basically a toy.
Interesting.
And sort of a similar thing for the Kinect. We've gone on for many episodes on our podcast and on the stream here about the Kinect being the best fucking.
A really good piece of technology at everything except playing video games.
Let me see what Beethoven. I gotta look it up. See what that game was.
Yes, Beethoven Tag is exactly like Fight Club. There's that is the first rule, is you don't speak of it. Because then all your friends might know that you played Beethoven Tag, which would imply that you bought a PlayStation Move, which would not be a good reflection on your character.
PlayStation Move. Maybe I hit it wrong.
Why would it be called Beethoven Tag is the confusion I'm having right now.
I think it was like a musical thing where like when it would play it. And then
it would play a single note of a Beethoven symphony every time you tag someone.
Some shit like that.
In 20 years, you can play Beethoven's Ninth. Well, he's dead.
It just could be my imagination. You know, my grip on reality
is tenuous at best, yes. It's like musical chairs. It was done. Oh, so it was a thing. Peter's not entirely crazy. Well, that's disappointing to hear. It's kind of rooting for the insanity defense.
This is Beyblade Part 2.
No, nothing will ever beat the I improv with you on that for like 5 minutes because there was no chance in my head that they were fucking. Would be a clip from the Beyblade anime featuring Moses. Why would anyone predict that? Who could ever predict that?
If I was to start my own...
Although it does historically contextualize the friction between the Hebrews and the Egyptians as the Egyptians were into Yu-Gi-Oh.
This will get us closer to the tower.
Shadow Games versus Let It Rip. No, if I had, if I was one of those tubers who had like the animated portrait of myself doing the Pixar like.
Oh yeah, like when you
pose.
did your video essays, and you couldn't find a clip relevant to what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
Tactical
I would,
Unicorn. We are nerds and damn proud of it.
you know,
It got me a cush job at an engineering firm.
Yeah, it do.
Well, it's not a firm; it's a factory. But
the law offices. But that would be my brand. Would be reviewing children's card and/or collectible game animes, just to see how terrible they are.
You know what would be a great YouTube channel that, I mean, like, but do you nat roll 20s and make deals with dragons?
That's Jake.
That's our buddy Jake. Actually, he's the D&D.
Currently represented by Lumpy.
Yeah, he was just busted a nut. I should change that. I said I was going to change that every time we did a new game, but I did not adhere to that promise at all. Yeah, Jake often skips out on the stream to play D&D, as it happens.
He never says he's gonna play D&D, but we know.
We know that's what's going on. He'll make some lame, vague excuse, and it'd be like, it's like, we know what the fuck you're doing. Oh my god, I am surrounded by heavy units.
Charge. It's just a defensive line, Kurt. You need to find the quarterback and sack him.
That is... The defensive line is the unit primarily responsible for sacking the quarterback.
Not in my view. The ball is carried by the defense. The only way to score is to get the fucking fumble.
Get the...
I won the fumble.
Peter, you have the most sports balliest sports ball references that I've ever heard.
It's because I know so many sports, Kurt. I know the most sports.
Everyone says it. I know the most sports. We got bigly huge knowledge of sports.
For instance, the sport that I don't know the actual name of, so I will refer to
How have
it
I
as...
never referred to Jake as Jake from State Farm? That really feels like something I would have honed in on immediately.
I feel like we've done it. It's just been like a one-off kind of deal.
Just a passing phase.
No, but my favorite obscure sport, besides the weird Indian pole gymnastics thing, is like Gaelic sword ball. Let me find that one for you. Excuse me.
There are a lot of like weird Irish rules sports that are less sports and more excuses to get really rough with your neighbor.
Yeah. Let's find it. Rounders?
Who knows?
Let me see Rounders.
Grounders? Wasn't that the predecessor to... No, that was Rounders was the predecessor to baseball. Yeah, Highland games are they're games. That's a good way to... Although, Gaelic can refer to Scottish. That's why traditionally you don't refer to the ancient languages as Gaelic, because there's two major languages comprised in that. You can refer to them as Irish or Scottish.
I'm thinking of the game of hurling. Not curling, but hurling.
Hurling, yes.
Where, you run around with the big fucking wooden flat bats and you balance the ball on it and you flick it up and you smash it into the other team's face.
It's basically Lethal League.
Basically. It's...
I'll put these in context so that Peter can understand.
Let me put this in a language you can understand. Oh, Kurt, we should watch Killer Bean.
Killer Bean.
Well, I'll find the trailer.
Does that have anything to do with Rowan Atkinson?
Maybe. I don't know. I've seen the memes. I don't know a lot about it.
Or anything that was originally taught to both Scots and Irish by the Vikings. All those regions. Yes, that is true.
Get ready.
Would be forever. Hour and a half long movie.
Commander Shepard, excellent timing.
Put the gun down.
No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt.
I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here
Reduced
to die.
animals.
Miranda, can you hear me?
That's close enough. Both of you. Kai Lang didn't finish the job.
All right, I guess we're going to find out if we did all the events we needed to make sure Miranda lives.
Now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
I think we may have missed one.
Shepard.
I feel severely outnumbered by testosterone.
Shepard, please.
It's not an outnumbered thing. We're just.
Here we go. Okay, I'm seeing an option.
I will hunt you down. I threw that shit before I walked in the room.
You die. Let her go, and maybe you walk.
I've done nothing to you.
This isn't about you and me.
This is bigger than both of us. You and me, Spider-Man. We can rule this city.
All right. Take her. But I want out alive.
No thank you.
Yay!
No deal. Howie. No deal, Howie.
Did he hurt you? Are you all right? It's okay, Ori. You're safe now.
Why you gotta bring Spider into it? Because I quote Willem Dafoe at least twice a day. It's part of my daily affirmations that give me strength. I chose Spider-Man today because I felt screaming "Hark!" into the microphone would be a little disturbing to a new viewer who has not seen The Lighthouse, perhaps.
But I'm grateful you're here.
In fact, you could say I'm something of a Willem Dafoe myself.
I did First Robotics in high school, and the founder of First Robotics is a gentleman by the name of Dean Kamen, who created a artificial heart valve and the Segway. Those are the two inventions he's most famous for. And he sounds exactly like Willem Dafoe, and I could not get that out of my head every time he spoke. I remember I said that out loud once, and one of the fucking parrots who was on the trip had to cover their mouths to stop from laughing so loud. Because it's true, he does sound like Willem Dafoe. Look up a speech. What the fuck were you thinking? No, let's assess the situation.
Finding my father didn't take long once I confirmed he worked for the
And are you registered to fix an N95 film?
Once I saw what this place really was, I couldn't.
I was the only
just walk
female in the
away.
robotics team, so that tells more about
Things
me
got really
than them.
complicated when Reapers
There
showed
were a
up.
few all-female teams.
Survived. Not many people.
That
do
were.
We're New Yorkers by
When
trade.
you mentioned he was involved, I took a few precautions. Probably saved my
One of the
life.
all-female teams screwed us out of a gold medal at the WPI regional once, but that's. I'm not bitter about that.
It's all right. We made it back at Alfred.
Missourian.
We
My
came in
condolences.
third because there were 5 teams, and 2 didn't show up.
I think one of them probably was from MSNT,
Mhm.
where fucking Dr. Lipke now steals my material as his own.
Miranda, this whole thing was a huge risk. You should have told me.
That man
You have a war to wage.
That's if I
was
somehow
my
get
fight.
invited to his
It's been a long
memorial
time
or like
coming.
his retirement,
You did.
they'll invite me.
So-
They'll invite me personally.
Yes.
I will come and say
I just wish my sister
a moment of
didn't have to see
silence
all this.
for the man who
About
loves
your
Chipotle.
father.
I'm glad he's gone, Shepard.
May
I'm
he
sorry
always
if that
gets
sounds
Chipotle.
cool.
Find a girl that looks at you the way Dr. Lipke
understand.
looks at a bag of Chipotle.
It's finally over. For both
or
of
a
us.
boy in Terry
can
the
stop
Tactical
running.
Unicorn's case.
Yes. You can. What's our status? Any intel we can use from this place?
Research
I don't know.
Um,
So my setup, I
since
actually
the
can't
beginning.
see Kurt's face. I have to
Including
infer
Cerberus shipping
from his
manufacturers.
actions that he
No
is
direct links, but it's
he
a
is
good start.
stripped naked and
anything
holding
you
a gun to his own
Computer.
temple by
We'll
now.
take it back. to
We're
the
not quite
Granted,
there
that's
yet.
more likely to happen to me than to him,
What?
but you never know.
We have not reached the point
Before
where
Kylan
the
took
tie
over,
goes around
I
the
planted a
forehead
tracer on
yet.
him.
We're not at that
If
part
you
of the
act
business
fast,
lunch.
You'll track him right to the elusive man.
A tracer.
This is my second
Sounds like you
glass of Peter
Not
can
quite,
peek the
but
screen to see what I'm gesturing to.
nobody's
So I filled.
perfect.
This was about the fill
Thanks,
line,
Miranda.
and this is a Wino Mom glass. So
Exactly
that's
what we
probably
Thought you might need
I don't know
some good
cups
news.
3 through 6
Damn
here
right.
of wine.
What's next for you two?
But it's
Get
okay.
her
It's from a
someplace
box,
safe.
so it doesn't count.
Get this scratch cleaned up.
Okay. I've got to follow all this up.
I'll be in
Slytherin
touch,
tie.
Shepard. Soon.
A Potter
I hope
fan,
so.
I see.
Come on,
I
Ari.
did the Potter
We've
more
had
like
enough of
which
father's
house are you
hospitality.
challenge.
As did I.
Let's make sure everyone knows
So,
about this place.
despite my best efforts, I ended up in Ravenclaw
Listen
because,
to me. This is not a
of
refugee
course,
camp.
I believe I ended up in
This is
Slytherin,
my father.
which, due to my lack of knowledge of Harry
Had enough
Potter,
of this place.
made me to assume that I was the bad guy. But apparently, it's just like black and magic. It's all about ambition.
yeah. And then I got my Patronus was a salmon, I believe.
I don't remember what I don't think I did that one.
But I was wrong.
I
The
got a little
Cerberus lab
fishy.
you raided hinted at something big, but we never
It's for all the
expected
swimming
this.
upstream you did
All
in
those
your youth.
refugees, all that slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
It's for the
Sanctuary did
massive
need to be
amount
shut
of
down,
eggs
sir.
I keep in my
What
ass
they learned
at
about
all
the Reapers
times.
wasn't worth all those lives.
My husband is a
It's useful
Hufflepuff. My
intel,
kids
Commander,
are
but you're
Ravenclaw,
right. The
Hufflepuff,
cost
and
was too
Gryffindor.
high.
Oh, so you got them
Do we
all
have a
covered.
location on the elusive man?
Assuming
Yes.
you're a
We have a
Slytherin,
tracer
so
on Kai
you got
Lang
the
when
whole
he comes
house in
back.
your house.
Good, that gives us a fighting chance to take
That's
Cerberus
what.
out of this war.
I guess that's why it's a house.
Agreed.
I
We need
suppose
to
so.
end Cerberus and focus on the Reapers.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Yeah, we don't have anything to add to that. Ooh, that's a lot of Alliance 6. Ooh, nice. Good old chunk there. Alright, cool. And she lived. Nice. We did what we needed to do. I thought we missed a step, but happy to see that I was incorrect. Doesn't happen often, but happens.
Still there.
Happens plenty. There are only 280 students enrolled in Hogwarts every year, 40 students per grade, 10 per house. That is a
Bigger than my school
factoid
growing
that
up.
yeah, that's much smaller than my high school, but that is also a fact that I had no idea about. I'm not a Harry Potter guy. Those books came out like the same year my parents got divorced, so magic was not really a thing I believed in at the time.
Oh. No, what was my...
Ooh,
it
we
was
do have a
my-
Discord server. That is true. It's
I
not
don't
well
have any bots.
populated, but
mean,
it's a
fucking-
thing, and it's in
I gotcha.
yeah.
We have a bespoke Discord mod bot service, which is I pull up the link for you.
We're very low tech here. We're just old men who don't understand technology.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that episode of The Simpsons, where they were all getting new? They were going for the new vending machine, and one of them was was Gil. It's like, well, you put $1 in the slot and you tell old Gil what you want, and he runs down to the store and he'll get it for you.
Reverse engineer Prothian technology stolen from planet
Yes, I have seen that.
still wanted by the council.
I've been not binge watching, but like when I have no idea what else to watch, I've been hopping on the old Disney Plus and watching early Simpsons episodes.
Extend those scientists amnesty and an invitation.
Right away.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it.
That's one word for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so what do we got? What do we got next going on here?
Next is the assault on the Cerberus facility and then the push to Earth. So, I'm not old, but I'm old enough. I've got the body. I've got the joint health of a much older man. But yeah, I'm solidly in my mid-20s, so I'm not that old, as much as I pretend to be. If you talk to me, we saved the Citadel DLC for after the disappointment of the ending, so that Peter can experience the trilogy in the same way that I did. He can feel the same crushing disappointment that I did back in 2012 when a starry-eyed 18-year-old me popped this game into his Xbox 360 for the first time and conveniently came down with a temperature for 2 days of school.
See, that's what I like about being an adult. See, you can just call sick. You don't have to tell anyone.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling. I don't even have to call. I just have to text my boss. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna make it in today. Don't even give a reason. Well, now I have to say it's not like coronavirus related.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. It's the new color. Find it in your fall fashion line, Calvin Klein. All right, so we're gonna take a brief intermission. We will be back at 10 p.m.
10?
Yes. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in like 15 minutes. Yeah, doesn't cost a damn thing to follow, and we're tickling the doorstep of being qualified for affiliate status. So they're appreciated. All right, we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Clearly you have impeccable taste, so why not check out another video if you liked what you saw, or binge a playlist if you really liked what you saw. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow our social media, check out saturnstuds.com, and most importantly, party like it's 1995.